What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a trading card game from scratch using thegamecrafter.com. Now this is the website I and a lot of other TCG makers use to actually make our card games and distribute them out online, and a lot of you have asked if I can do a tutorial on how to easily make a card game using their services. So I'll do my best to explain how I make my cards using that website. So first of all, you'll need to have your cards kind of ready made up with your artworks done, you know the rules and you know what the packaging is going to be like, and then you just head on to thegamecrafter.com. So as you can see, this is the home page. First of all, you'll need to make an account or log into your account. I won't go through how to do this because it's really easy. I'll just log into mine. So once you've got an account on the Game Crafter, you need to go on to Make Games up here. Click on My Games, and this comes up with all the games you've previously made. So if this is your first game, there won't be anything here, but because I've already made Little Dudes Legends and all the Chaos Galaxy stuff, those have already popped up. But if you want to make a new game, you just click Create a Custom Game. And it's as easy as that. As you can see, Untitled Game Desurwix has already popped up. Got a catchy name already. But obviously there's nothing on this page and you want to go and make a trading card game out of it. So you click on Edit. And then it comes up with this, which is just kind of a blank game, which looks quite confusing. So you need to go ahead and add your cards and everything to the game. And to add trading cards, all you need to do is go on the Decks section here and click Edit. And then it'll come up with all these different shaped cards, like weird circle cards, hexagon cards. But the card size I use, which I think is best, is the poker deck, which is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And this is the same size cards as standard playing cards or Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards. So it's kind of nicely fits card sleeves and into binders and things if you're going to collect your cards and store them like that. So you just click on Edit. And then the first thing it'll tell you to do is to create a poker deck, you need to upload an image for the back of your deck. So this is just the standardized card backs that all of your cards will have. So it tells you the size that the cards have to be. It has to either be a PNG or a JPEG file. And to get the right size cards, you just click on Templates here and then choose the software you use. I personally use Photoshop. I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to use all of these, but because I use Photoshop to make my cards, I'm going to download the Photoshop template. And then open it. Okay, and it'll come up with this. You just saw my kind of test card backs here. So what will happen is it will come up with this picture here. It'll have this red trim line, which is where the cards are cut out. And then it'll have this blue safe zone line, which is the safe area of where your cards are printed. Now this took me a while to get my head around at first, but I'll just do a quick example. Okay, so as you can see, I've got this test game here, and I've just kind of built this image up over this background image of the card borders and stuff that the Game Crafter gives you. And the reason why it's important to get this right is because if you make anything outside this blue safe zone area, it could get cut off by the cutting machines at the Game Crafter. Now this looks a bit confusing at first. Basically, the machines that the Game Crafter has, they'll cut out this red shape here around the box. However, the cutting tools aren't 100% accurate. So although you'll get this perfect shape here, the 2.5 by 3.5 inch poker card, the image that you put in front won't always be dead on the center. So you can kind of see this in some of the cards I've made. I'll just put a quick image up in front of you. So the tool could cut your card out sort of to the side like this. But if you make all the crucial information on your cards within the safe zone area, the blue area here, then all the stuff should be fine. It might just look a bit kind of rough if it's off center. So that's just a quick tip with that. But once you've made your card back, like this one here, you go ahead, File, Save As, and make sure you save it as either a JPEG or a PNG file that the Game Crafter will accept. I'll just save this to my desktop. I'll just call this card backs for now. Okay. What you're then going to do is go back to this page where you need to upload the back of your deck, and then you just literally drag and drop the image you've just made. Make sure it's the right size and make sure it's the right file type, and then it should come up like this. Okay, so now you've uploaded the image of the back of your deck. You can go ahead and edit the cards inside. As you can see, the card count at the moment is 0 because we've not actually made any cards yet. But But once you've uploaded this image, you can leave this page for now and just click Edit Cards. And then here you can upload as many images as you want. It can be 10, it can be 100, but these are all going to be the individual cards you make for your game. And the way you upload your cards is exactly the same way that you upload the backs of the cards. So you just literally make images on Photoshop or whatever software you're using, and then make them into a JPEG or PNG file and just drag and drop them into this green box here. So I've pre-made all these Chaos Galaxy cards for when I originally put set 1 on the Game Crafter, and as you can see, I've made the borders of the cards really big so that none of the crucial information on the card is outside the safe zone and it doesn't get cut off by the Game Crafter's card cutting machines. So what I'm going to do is, let's just say that the best card game of them all has 20 cards in, the first 20 cards of the Chaos Galaxy in this example. So I'll just drag and drop them into the green box. They'll all upload. This will take a bit of time. So now all these cards have uploaded. You can change the name of them and put them in an order. And if all of them have the back from section filled in as the deck setting, then all these cards are going to have the same card back that we uploaded onto the website before. So if we go back to the card back page, you can see here where it says deck includes, and it's currently got highlighted all cards. And this is if you're doing something like a starter deck where you get a guaranteed number of cards inside. So if we were to buy this product now, we'd get these 20 cards guaranteed as a set basis. So you could order 10 of these and every single one will just contain these 20 cards and no other cards. So that's kind of easy if you're making a starter deck. We're pretty much done then. But if you want to go ahead and make booster packs, which in my opinion are a lot more exciting because you get random cards, there's different rarities and that kind of thing, we'll go back to this setting here where it says deck includes and you pick random cards. And then this bar will come up here which has loads of different classes which you can all edit. So in the Chaos Galaxy I've got common cards, I've got rares, really rares, ridiculously rares, and then the planet cards. So we have all these set up rarities, and then what you can do is you have to decide on how many cards you're going to get in a pack. So in a pack of Chaos Galaxy cards you get 18 cards, and I'd recommend that in a Game Crafter pack, if you sell your cards, and I'll tell you why a bit later, it's because of the pricing. If you make a pack of cards which has 18 cards, it costs you the same amount of money as it does to make a pack of cards that has 12 cards or 9 cards in. And it's just because the Game Crafter print their sets of cards on pages of 18 cards and then cuts them out. If you have any less than 18 cards, say 12 cards, then the Game Crafter will still print those 12 cards but on a sheet that can fit 18 cards, if you know what I mean. So they're using the same amount of materials to print 18 as it is 12, so it's just more value for money if you put 18 cards in a pack. Okay, so what I do for Chaos Galaxy cards is I have 14 common cards in every pack, 2 rare cards, I then have 1 planet card, and sorry, I'll just change this to explain things because a lot of people have actually asked me how I set out the really and ridiculously rare cards. So the way I set this, because if you make a trading card game, you're going to want some cards to be quite hard to get hold of. So for example, I'd want to have 1 really rare or ridiculously rare card in every 3 packs, but the Game Crafter doesn't really let you do fraction cards. So what I do is, I set the quantity to 1 really rare or ridiculously rare card per pack, and then I'll label some cards as really rare or ridiculously rare. However, they'll actually be duplicates of common cards. So this just thins out the amount of cards you can get under the really or ridiculously rare category, and only say a third of them are actually really or ridiculously rare. So I've probably explained this quite badly, but it just reduces the probability of you getting these cards. So now that we've set out these card rarities, we need to go and match the cards inside to the card rarities. So as you can see, it's now popped up with this class name here. It's saying common, and then if you go down, you can choose any of these here. So Manflaki is a common card in the Chaos Galaxy. However, if we go to Humongous Ancient Rockman, he's a really or ridiculously rare card. And now I'll go down this and edit the rarities for all of the cards. Okay, so now I've done this and changed all the rarities to the correct rarities. What I'm going to do is upload a couple more pictures of the common cards which I think are the best, which are the cards that people would be happy to get duplicates of, and then I'm going to set their class names to really or ridiculously rare, just so it bulks out the set and stops people getting a guaranteed ridiculously or really rare card in every set. Okay, so the two commons I chose were Floating Rock with Non-Floating Rock on top and Pyronite. As you can see, both these cards are really / ridiculously rare, but we also have the common versions of them further up the page. Now, when you get a pack and it says that you get one guaranteed really or ridiculously rare card on the GameCrafter website, you're actually getting one of 4 cards. You could get the Pyronite or Floating Rock with Non-Floating Rock on top, or if you're lucky, you'll get a Tonex or a Pelfam. So that's how to solve the rarity problem within the GameCrafter. But anyway, you may need to have a bit of a play around with the rarities because it is a concept that's quite difficult to grasp at first, I'd say. You really need to play things out in your head and think everything through. But once you've made all your cards and you're happy with the way they are, you need to go ahead and proof them. Now, proofing is just double checking, so the GameCrafter makes sure all the cards are okay before they sell them off to people and they get a box of really messed up cards that don't make any sense and you get a load of angry emails at you. So I've just pressed the proof button here. And the proof button, what it does is it shows your card back design with this cut line and the safe zone layered over it. So you can just see and make sure that your cards seem to fit inside the safe zone and there won't be anything going wrong with the printing even if the cards are a bit off center. So everything looks to be in order here. All the text is inside the safe zone and this green area seems to be outside the red zone. So that's perfect. We can go ahead and click approve. And now we're going to go ahead and edit all the cards inside the deck to just proof them. And if you press the big proof button at the top here, it just cycles through them all quickly. So yeah, as you can see, all the text on Manflack is inside the safe zone, so you've got nothing to worry about. Approve, approve, and then you just go through everything until you get this notification here that's running away from me that says proofing complete. And then once the proofing's complete, you're done. You've made all your cards. The only things you need to do now is to make your pack for them. And then on top of that, you need to go ahead and make the game page, which just tells you all the details and makes the shop front look professional so people will actually want to buy your cards. So to go ahead and make the packs for your cards, you go on boxes here, press edit, and then you scroll down to the poker box section here, because we've chosen the poker cards, which are 2.5 by 3.5 inches, so we need to make sure we've got the right size boxes for them. And then you can do this huge amount of cards here. There's the 36 cards, which I use for the starter decks, or there's the 18 card box, which I use for the packs. So we'll click on the 18 card packs, and then you go ahead, you download the template you want, just like when we were making the cards. So here it gives you a little image of what the packs will look like when they're finished. You download the template. So you go ahead and open up this template, and it's just kind of the same principle as the other template, just for the poker cards. This one. However, it's this complicated shape which needs to be folded up and then turned into the packs. So this main section here is the front of the pack. This is where you're going to write things like, and you know what, actually screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Chaos Galaxy packaging as an example. So let's just open this up in here. Now, because I've already made this using the template, everything I've made is the correct size to go on the GameCrafter. And if we just make this slightly transparent here, so you can see the background template through the actual pack, you can see that everything is kind of lined up within the trim zones. All the important text is within the blue safe zones here, and nothing that I really am worried about losing or being cut off the packs is outside the blue safe zones. And this did take me a very long time to actually get right. You do need to play around with it a lot, and it does help if you're quite good at Photoshop if you want to make a pack, especially one that kind of looks as complex as these. But once you've done your template, oh, and another tip, sorry, because the packs are made in this net and then all folded over, some bits are going to have to be upside down. For example, the writing on the back, because the packs are literally folded over 180, the writing has to be put here upside down, so then when it's folded over, it's the right way up on the back, and it's the same with the bottom part here. So anyway, once you've sorted all this, you just export it to a JPEG or a PNG file, like I've already done here. You can then go back to your 18 card poker hook box, and then as we did before, just drag the image onto here. Once it's uploaded, you go ahead and proof it, and if everything's inside the red cut zone and within the blue safe zone, then you can approve it. Done proofing, and then your packs are ready to go. So, if we head back to our games and then go on the game that was Untitled Game Yogs, whatever, you can see we've got the boxes here and the decks. Actually, something isn't right about this. Okay, so yeah, so if there's a little information thing there, it says I've made the classification of planet, but I haven't actually put any planet cards into the packs. So we'll just go ahead and edit that. It's good to make mistakes so I can show you what to do. So yeah, it says I've got planet cards in here, but I haven't actually made any planet cards in this set. So we'll just get rid of those. And then now there are only 17 cards, so I'll go ahead and put an extra common card in there. So now there's an 18 card pack, 15 commons, 2 rares, and 1 really rare or ridiculously rare in every 2 packs because of what we did with the Pyronite and Floating Rock with non-floating rock on top. This is all correct now, and your game is ready to go. The last thing you need to do is just make a page for it. So you edit the details, set the prices for everything, change the name, the best card game of them all, 1 to 2 players, etc, etc. You need to upload an image for the backdrop of the shop. You pretty much do this the same way as you make the card backs and the packs and the cards. Just make sure that they're the right pixel size, so when you make your thing on Photoshop or whatever, make sure it's that right size. Game logo and a shop advert, and then you give it a description and categories and stuff, which does take a while actually. And then you go ahead and upload some screenshots of your game, so perhaps just showing some of the cards you can get inside, or like a snapshot of a battle between the cards. And I'll actually, I'll go ahead and show you an example of the Chaos Galaxy shop. So if we go to the Set 1 Origin of Chaos Booster Pack, edit details, so you can see everything there. I've got the prices set, the backdrop, the game logo, all the names, all the descriptions about it, some categories, a little paragraph about what the game is, and then some action shots here of me doing an opening video, and all that cool stuff. You basically just put as much effort into this as you want, but obviously the better you do it, the more people are going to think your game's interesting and potentially buy it. And then if we head back over to the other game, the best card game of them all, you see this button here which says Publish, and this is the final stage really. Once you've made everything and proofed it and the Game Crafter says it's all okay, what you have to do is buy a pack of your own cards from the Game Crafter, and it'll just be this cost here. The Game Crafter won't make any profit off you when you buy your own cards. So yeah, you'll have to pay. So yeah, you'll have to buy at least 1 pack of the best card game of them all. It'll cost you this much plus posting. And then once they've sent that package out and you've received it and made sure all the cards look okay, you can go ahead and press this Publish button here, which will make your card game available for sale. So for example, Chaos Galaxy. Once I'd published the Chaos Galaxy trading card game, the packs would come up on the search engine. And there you go, you have your very own trading card game for sale. Shout out to everyone who rated me 5 stars. But yeah, that's how you make a trading card game from the Game Crafter. If you have any questions about this at all, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer them. I know this is a very confusing process. I've done my best to tell you how to do it, although I'm not the best at explaining things and I may have missed a few things out that could be important, so drop me a comment for that. Let me know what you think of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, can't wait to see some of your trading card games up on the Game Crafter.